Hello everybody, welcome to the UKSS.com Battle Racing League. This is round 9 and we are in Spain. As always with me, there is Vebo.
Hey Leox, hi everybody. Looking forward to watching some more laps around Spain right now.
Yeah, after the real race we're here with 100% race. The format as the last two races is a reverse grid championship. So there is no qualifying and there is only 100% race.
Absolutely. Just a couple of driver updates to give everybody. We are missing Simopez for this race, unfortunately, and a couple of other drivers have other places to be. But NXQK is on a yellow card and may get a race ban if he continues. Zabi Xhaka is suspended from this race and will not be racing because of receiving a second yellow card last time out. And then Moti Perez has a single green card for this race. El Crin will start from the back of the grid and will have to sit out qualifying again due to a red card for using AI during the race last time out.
Thank you so much, Vebo. And another info for everyone: Simopez has already been crowned driver champion, and so he is with 2 races left. He's already champion and is looking and is actually watching Nicolas Boita and see if he can manage alone to clutch also the constructor championship for Mercedes. That can be decided today, as there is the formation lap going on. There is Lofty in pole with NXQK alongside him, Pat, Moti Perez, Manic, Tibran, Warren, Sicario and Cerebo and Scaparo completely in the top 10. Then Eisenberg, Traxter, Barks, Ruthless Pige, Dershark, Nicolas Boita and El Crane completely in the grid.
Yeah, so medium tyres for the majority of the grid as well, except for Lofty, Pat, Warren and Sicario on softs. And Ruthless Pige has decided to start this race on hard tyres, so may struggle to be competitive on the first lap, Leox.
Yeah, still he may want to have a clean start, a safe start, and then work his pace through the laps. I'm surprised.
I expect the hard tyres to be something that is usable around this 100% race of Spain. So I do expect the hard tyres to feature today.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a medium hard probably from most of the driver, unless there is some kind of incident. It's obviously easier in the game than in the real life, as we saw today. So I'm surprised that no one at the back of the grid choose to start with a soft tire to get a better start.
They maybe feeling as if their chance of getting through trouble through the first lap without problem is minimal. So perhaps take it calm on the first lap and just pick off the drivers one by one rather than 3 or 4 in one go. But I'm going to sit at the back, Leox, and I'm going to watch from the perspective of Nicolas Boita, who's going for the Constructors' Championship, of course, and I'm sure you'll follow action from near the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Lofty, NXQK and Pat. They're gonna head to turn 1 first for this time.
And hello to William Boita, brother of Nicolas, joining us from Brazil. So
as always.
And, cheering on his brother or making fun of his brother, depends on how he's feeling.
We'll see throughout the race. Let's see if Lofty can get a good start and maintain the first position. And it's 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we go racing in Spain. It's a good start for an XQK as well as Pat. Lofty maintain the lead. There is the ass of Pat attacking the Aston Martin. Let's see going to turn 1. There are 3 wide. Lofty breaks late, maybe too late. And in fact, he is too late. And so the ass of Pat goes in the lead, followed by an XQK. Lofty trembling down the order, Sicario in P3. And it was almost a 1-2 for Aston Martin for a moment. And Manic already in P4.
We had Nicolas Boita fairly steady off the back of the grid. Muthus Pige slow away, but managing to hold up the inside line. As Sariba went wide, Sariba goes wide once again, almost runs into the back of his teammate right at the back of the grid here, and for the second time in as many sectors, Sariba off track and at the back.
Yeah, already, and we have a 1-2 of Aston Martin. Sicario leading an XQK. Incredible stuff for the green team. El Crane has left the session. Let's see Manic going down inside of T-Brand there, wheel to wheel, and the Haas gets the upper hand.
Turned round as well. Pat off track as well.
Incredible stuff for the first lap, as always.
They're doing all their action in the first lap for us again, Leox, and not letting us have any action later on. Let's hope it carries on anyway.
We'll see. Scaparo under big pressure from Monty Perez, and in fact Monty Perez gets through Scaparo. He's tumbling down the order. What happened there with AlphaTauri? Ooh, Pat is without front wing as well in last place.
Yeah, Pat had that spin in the middle of the circuit, but it looks like Lofty having a look at LXQK around the inside through turn 3, and Lofty getting back that place he'd just lost.
Yeah, Lofty's back in P2, going down inside to turn 1, holding the position through the first sector. Now T-Brown is getting closer, as well as Warren, who is trying to make a move around the outside of his difficult corner. He locks up, almost running to the back of Manic, and XQK had contact with Lofty, and he's lost a couple of places there.
Yeah, remember that NXQK is driving on a warning here. He could well end up being disqualified from the championship for another yellow card, so he's got to be very, very careful under contact, Leox.
Yeah, he's surely keeping in mind that as Manic go around the outside of Tibran. Sweet move.
Dirt Shark down the inside into turn 9, sorry Leox, but Dirt Shark moving forward as well into P8 now.
Incredible stuff. He has gained already 7 places, as well as Sicario starting P8 is now leading the race.
Insane. I'd love to see his first lap once again from on board. That would be very, very enjoyable. Fastest lap for Sicario as well.
Yeah, and now Dershark is really, really close to NXQK. He's using the battery. NXQK staying on the racing line. Dershark, have a look down the inside. Is he gonna dive?
Oh, we have Pat leaving the session as well. Another incident on lap 3. This time it's Pat. It was terminal.
Yeah, Pat is the first out of the race. Rebo is in the pit. NXQK read the 3-second time penalty, and there's a scrap between Timber, Manic, and Warren going on for the 3rd place, as well as Eisenberg back in the Ferrari.
Look at the NXQK train that has formed in the middle of the circuit right now. A massive queue as Dirtshot gets past NXQK, and his next victim up front is going to be Eisenberg. NXQK all over the circuit again.
Yeah, going to the gravel. Moti Perez is very, very close, gets a perfect line to that corner. NXQK goes in the racing line. Moti Perez goes down inside, and he takes the corner and he takes the place from the Aston Martin.
From Monty Perez, although he had to stop at the apex, and NXQK almost running into the back of him, as we've got multiple passes going on in the group behind them as well. The McLaren of Barks getting past Trugster. Ruthless Pige managing to maintain his position. He's in P12 at the moment on those hard tyres, in a good place for this race. He's round the outside, tries Barks round NXQK. NXQK will have less speed coming out of the corner, and it's actually Truckster who gets the best drive out of the final corner, Leox.
Incredible stuff. Barks had to slow down because NXQK was in front of me, and now Truckster is going for a double overtake. Barks get a position on NXQK as well. They almost had contact, but everyone is saved through turn 3. Wow.
Good grief. What a first couple of laps we've got here. NXQK has gone down from 2nd on the grid. He's currently 11th. And, well, that's about to... He almost Magnussen's Hamilton there on the entry to turn 4. I'm sure they made contact. NXQK trying to hold on around the outside, but Ruthless Pige dodging to the inside line and holding on despite having far worse tyres at this point.
Yeah, NXQK in P12. He was first at the first lap, and now he's going P12 as Warren trying to make a move around the outside of Tibran. Eisenberg goes down the inside of Manic, but Manic stays P5 in the Haas.
Do you think perhaps with NXQK, do you think he spent all the ERS to get ahead on the first lap and has been fighting ever since?
Yeah, probably is obviously not happy about losing some places. You do not have to get too frustrated, otherwise your race is going to be compromised. As Manic wave, as a true ass will do, and Heisenberg sweeps down the inside and takes P5.
Warren gets P3 as well, just into turn 1. Warren with a nice pass on the brakes.
Yeah, the soft runner are showing their performance all in the top 3. And Ruthless Peach holding nicely in P11. Nicolas Boita still in P13.
Yeah, he's having to take this pretty steadily and slowly, struggling to start with on these tyres. And he was the rearmost car in this train who have all sort of queued up to pass NXQK. But the race is long, Leox. I think Nicolas Boita will have some pace to unlock soon.
Yeah, he knows it. He knows it. Let's see. Dershak really, really close to Manic. He's gonna try to go down inside at the back straight. And he's in fact moving down the inside now of the Haas and takes 6th place, going down the corner.
Way too late on the brakes as Manic gets a beautiful undercut back underneath him.
Yeah, the switchback of Manic to stay in P6 at least for the time being.
Morty Perez defending like a lion into turn 9 as well. Truckster trying to hold on to the momentum, and Barks just watching and waiting.
Yeah, he's waiting to pick up the scraps of the battle, as now let's see Dershak is turning on the engine. Manic stays on the racing line as Warren gets the place on Lofty. He goes now P2. They are will to will, Manic and Dershak. Dershak on the inside line is gonna have space, he does, and Manic has to give up the place on the Red Bull.
Monty Perez, Truckster got past Monty Perez as well.
Yeah,
just behind that group.
Wow, so much stuff going on now. Truckster is back in P8. Manic almost trying to go around the outside of Dershak, and now Warren has an 8 seconds gap to Sicario, who is driving alone. He's almost doing a Simopez in the early stages.
At the moment, yeah, Sicario on track. Maybe we just have to have one car that laps the field each time. It doesn't matter whether it's
Simopez,
if it's Simo or it's somebody else.
Yeah, we'll see about that, because Lofty is still with Warren. He does have the pace. He's keeping the DRS range. Oh, there is a yellow flag, and yeah, it's a Ferrari. It's the Ferrari of Heisenberg who is stuck on the track, and now he's gonna lose so many places. In fact, Crane goes by.
Ferrari, Leox. Heartbreak for Ferrari.
In Spain once more. Yeah, thank you to remind me that. And now Lofty. Oh, and there is also Dershak. Dershak is out of the race.
No way.
Wow. He lost the car.
On the final corner.
Yeah, on the final corner. And he's out of the race now. We're on lap 7 and already one of the contenders for the win. Dershak in the Red Bull. Had an amazing start, but lost the car.
Barks has got past Monty Perez. Barks up to P7 now, just back behind Truckster once again, although Truckster has disappeared into the background. Nicolas Boita trying to follow Barks through. He's now up to P9 and has managed to unlock that speed since passing NXQK.
And we're gonna see now Monty Perez doesn't have energy. He's running out of ERS, while Nicolas Boita has 100%, so he's taking very, very calm and steady. Still,
a reminder, of course, to everyone watching, the guys are doing all this on the old Aero model cars. So, yeah. So they're making overtakes and passes and crashes and things already. So many that we've had, probably 2-3 a lap on the old Aero model. So very good.
Yeah, very nice racing. Let's see, now there is this battle for P6 as well for P2, because T-Brown has catched up to Lofty and Warren, and as well as Truckster, who is really, really close to Manic, starting the straight. Let's see if it's going to have enough straight line speed.
Lofty's going to have a go down into turn 1. They will go side by side, and good defence from Warren, taking the outside line. Expertly done, and T-Brown again just watching and waiting for his best opportunity.
Yeah, still Nicolas Boita waiting for Monty Perez's mistake. Monty Perez now goes a little bit slowly through turn 3. Nicolas Boita had a much quicker line, but had to back off.
I think we need a static camera at turn 1, Leox. Just watch
Yeah.
the race from turn 1. It's impossible.
Yeah, in the right hand side of the corner, just a nice look of the braking zone of turn 1. Truckster really, really close to Manic, got a better line now with DRS, and he's turning on the hybrid engine. Let's see, going around the outside, trying to make a move in this very difficult part of the track, and now he has the inside line for the next corner. Fantastic stuff from Truckster, who takes P5 over the Haas.
Yeah, and we're going to see a different line through that corner in the next iteration in the game as well. The wider hairpin line to come. So the driver's making use of an earlier braking zone and getting it done. I was surprised to see that move done around the outside. I thought there was no chance.
Yeah, it was also very clean, but now Manic has a fantastic opportunity down here. Going to turn 1, goes back into P5, and Truckster is a sitting duck.
You love to see this kind of exchange. I think T-Brown is in a great place here. He's the lead most medium runner at the moment, and he's also got 4.7 seconds to the next medium runner. So T-Brown is well worth watching. Although it was Sicario, it was almost out of pit stop range of T-Brown's 4th place Alpine.
Yeah, Sicario is doing a fantastic job in the Aston Martin. He has lacked a little bit of consistency throughout the championship, but I think being in P1 now is gonna be so focused. He doesn't want to bottle the race.
Yep, down the inside goes Truckster into turn 9 again. Another move done into turn 9.
Let's see if he's gonna hold it
from Manic.
Yeah, we'll see. Ooh, Manic touches the back of Truckster. I think it was a plain race incident. Yeah, now Truckster is gonna try to defend P5 once more on the start-finish straight.
And T-Brown is catching Lofty by a good chunk in that previous lap. So I think the soft tyres might be past their best already on lap 9 of 66.
Yeah, Truckster staying on the racing line. Manic goes down the inside, and once more he gets back P5, but Truckster, wow! Truckster's trying to make a move around the outside, now take the inside line, and he's using all his energy, so he's trying to make a move, and he's desperately trying to find a breakaway from the Hasses.
Good grip on the inside through turn 4, but a little wiggle on the outside, and Manic just hanging on. That was brave stuff.
Truckster goes down inside.
Truckster.
Incredible stuff. Now Manic is using all his energy to try to make a move around the outside. Is he crazy? And he has to back out of it, and he does.
That was a third of a lap spent side by side by these two, and they still managed to get through it.
And in the meantime,
in track. Sorry, go ahead.
In the meantime, Barks has overtaken Nicolas Boita, so he's now
around.
P7. Yeah. Let's see if Manic is gonna hold to the DRS zone from Truckster as T-Brown. Ooh, Lofty lost the car in the chicane. And now T-Brown
so easily done.
is
Turning
in
into
P3.
that turn is really difficult. That turn 14, very, very hard work.
Yeah, they probably took too much curb, and now Lofty has to regain all the time that he lost. Manic is getting closer. Truckster stays on the outside line. He prefers it. Manic goes down the inside. Truckster try to stay ahead on the outside line and still side by side. Now Manic, as the previous lap, goes on the outside line. Truckster goes in the inside line and is trying to make a move.
Both cars derating. They've both been fighting really hard here.
Yeah, let's see. Going through turn 6, Manic goes down the inside. Truckster goes around the outside. Very, very clean racing from both of these drivers. Amazing stuff.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Once again, another start to the lap, just side by side. Truckster has picked up a penalty though, so that's going to be important later on.
Yeah, and Nicolas Boita has gained 2 seconds from this battle in a space of 1.5 laps, so he's obviously cheering up for this battle to continue.
We are 12 laps deep, and NXQK has picked up 9 seconds of penalties so far.
It's not looking good for the Aston Martin.
Each for Cerebro and Truckster. Yeah.
Yeah. Still Manic 0.5 seconds behind, so Truckster he does have to defend once more. In fact,
We
Manic.
still wait for the first pit stop as well from the soft runners at the front.
Yeah,
Here comes Manic.
Truckster still trying to make the same line as the previous 2 laps. And
The timing of these switchbacks we are seeing on this circuit is just tremendous. It's
Yeah.
such a difficult skill to do, to know when to turn back across, to change your line in the corner. So difficult, but it looks like Manic has got the better run through this one. Oh, but breaks early, and well, earlier than Truckster was anticipating, and that's puncture territory or like losing a front wing.
yeah, it was a very, very, very little tap. Hopefully nothing major has happened. As now Manic goes on the inside line, Truckster swoops around the outside. Manic breaks really, really late, but managed to make a very good line through the corner and stays ahead of the Alpine.
Yeah, very good work there. Either Truckster was nervous about when Manic would break, or Manic was nervous about how late Truckster would be, but they swapped round from turn 5 to turn 9.
Yeah,
And Manic picks up a penalty, and they go equal on penalties as Nicholas Boiter is approaching from the rear.
as they cross the line for lap 13. Sorry, Manic goes really, really defensive. Truckster has a look down the inside, but decides to not send it. And now Nicholas is
just
close
being
again.
shy this time out, and they're the only cars within DRS with each other on the whole grid.
Yep, and Scaparo has lost a lost connection. Yeah, and now the AI is driving.
So we see Scaparo probably losing track of Motti Peretz there, and losing track of 10th place NXQK in the pits. So the first pit up, I think, from the soft starters, NXQK on and heading in. Sorry, no, he was a medium starter, so that's very early. I imagine that's damage repair.
And the front wing, yeah, probably. Sicario still gaining on Warren, now 15 seconds is the gap.
That's
and
amazing
yes,
stuff from Sicario at this stage.
yeah, has almost a full battery, so it's not even pushing that hard. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Everything seems clear.
It's hard sometimes to see where the yellow flag has come into play, but now we have a three-way DRS battle.
Ooh,
Manic,
XQK's
Truckster,
round.
Nicholas Boiter, and they're catching Lofty in front.
Yeah, let's see. Truckster close again, as well as Nicholas Boita, and soon also Barks. But Barks has Ruthless Peach to look for, and Ruthless Peach goes around the outside on the hards that are probably gaining some pace at this stage.
I think it's one of those stages in the race where the mediums are faster than the softs, and the hards are faster than all of them. So
The hards are faster than the mediums?
I think right now the hards, certainly on Ruthless Peach, he's able to push pretty hard, isn't he?
Yeah, he probably has managed to get out from the stage of the race where softs and mediums has the upper hand. And now it's a tighter line between mediums and ours, as they are going almost side by side through turn 9, I believe. Manic
Good
and
overtake
Lofty.
from Manic.
Yeah. Lofty.
Lofty trying to come back down into turn 9. He might find himself slowed significantly there against Truckster. Making a move and down the inside of, I think, NXQK to lap. Go all four cars. Manic very decisive going through past NXQK there.
Wow, Nicholas Boita behind all this train. Everyone needs to be 100% focused. And Lofty decides to dives in the pit lane, so the first podium contender goes in the pit for probably a set of mediums.
Yeah, and his soft tyres, they cry enough. You'll see how deep the medium runners can go through this one. What does Lofty decide to do on tyre change? It is mediums he's gone for, which I don't think will reach the end of this race, so I think we'll be two-stopping for the majority of drivers.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe someone is gonna try soft, medium, or maybe medium hard. We'll see.
So T-Brand now is right behind Warren as well. Another battle for us to keep an eye on.
Yeah, battle for P2. T-Brand is desperately trying to make a move, as well as Truckster, who is glued to the back of Manic.
Yeah, so it's the Alpines about to pounce on this lap. I'll just check out T-Brand, can't quite get close enough.
Well,
Down
Truckster
into
is going
9.
down inside and he's gonna take P5 over Manic. He does. Manic goes still around the outside, have managed to hold to the position.
Wow.
Fantastic traction from Manic. Oh, Truckster had to brake, otherwise would have run into the Haas.
Exactly, and I think NXQK, having been lapped and is now on faster tyres, is sticking right behind this battle as well.
Ooh, Lofty lost the car in the second sector, and so he's out of the contention for these places when the pit stop times come for also for these guys. Let's say Truckster on the main straight doesn't have the pace to go down the inside. T-Brand still behind Warren. It's time for him to try to make a move.
Oh, have we got a problem here for Nicholas Boyton running super wide? I don't know if he got run into by NXQK, who is following very closely behind as Barks tries to come back on Ruthless Peach as well.
As well as Truckster is now trying to make a move on Manic for the... I have no idea how many times. Truckster now is gonna try to make a move down the inside. Here, he decides to back off. Wisely.
Yeah,
wise choice.
Yeah, we're gonna have accidents aplenty there. We tried too hard.
Ooh, Manic goes wide. Manic goes wide, and now Truckster has a switch opportunity, and he does have P4 in the bag now. And Manic can fight back because Truckster locks up and goes wide, but maintain the place over the Haas.
NXQK just making up a new track all by himself here.
Yeah.
And again, coming very close to the back of Nicholas Boyter, who's looking to try and secure the championship for Mercedes with his teammate missing. So Nicholas Boyter obviously driving pretty carefully out there.
Yeah, let's see T-Brand going down inside of Warren, and he gets P2 over the McLaren. It's finally time. The mediums are better than the softs, way more
Manic
better than the
repassed
softs.
his to Truckster as well. Manic back up to P4 once again.
And now Nicholas Boyta is waiting and waiting, but he's waiting too long maybe. He does need to make a move.
He's always the third car in these DRS battles, isn't he, Nicholas Boyter? It's definitely holding him up.
Yeah, it's really hard to make something happen being the third car in a DRS train. Ruthless Peach is also closing in very quickly. As well as
yellow flag there, but it's gone again, so obviously nothing too dramatic.
Yeah, Manic goes onto the grass.
Again. He's struggling on these tyres, Leox. Manic is running wide every couple of corners.
Yeah, they've been fighting for the last 10 laps, maybe. And now Truckster tries to make a move around the outside. Nicholas Boyta still watching. Manic goes wide. Truckster follow him.
That's a much more definite type of defence from Manic there. Just using the middle of the track, signalling that was his intention from very early on, and making it a lot less dramatic mid-corner for Manic, just keeping the middle of the track.
Yeah, now we're gonna see how much pace does Manic have on the straight line. But the power of DRS, it's way stronger, and Truckster goes down inside.
It is way stronger, but Nicholas Boyter's trying to get a piece of this action as well. Tries to go down the inside well, the door is open, but Manic trying to retake his racing line. That almost got a bit too spicy there from Nicholas Boyter, but again, being very gentle.
Eisenberg out of the race. His first experience at Ferrari. When no go to Nicholas. Wow.
Manic really is definitely catching people out in turn 5, isn't he?
Yeah, he's braking way earlier than everyone expected, and now Truckster finally have a moment to breathe, and it's 8 tenths clear of Manic, but for how much longer?
There's action all the way through this this train, as well as now Barks is close behind Ruthless Peach. They've both passed NXQK, who I think might be verging on. Oh, and NXQK, there he goes, disappears off the track. I think that might be race over. It is race over for NXQK. Retirement from the session. That is 4 drivers gone already.
Yeah. As well as a 10-second penalty for cutting the corner.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Not
Traxxer
cool.
fastest lap on this Bridle lap, and now Manic with DRS tries to defend Nicolas Boita. They are going side by side through turn 1, but Nicolas has the upper end. He brakes so much later and gets P5 at the
He's
very
been
first
sitting there,
opportunity.
treating his tyres super gently, waiting his time and holding on to his ERS as well. Nicolas Boita, as I say, just building towards the best pace at the end of the race rather than getting too involved in battles at this early stage. Lap 19, Sicario leads by 19 seconds.
Yeah, let's see. Because Nicolas Boita has a 24 seconds deficit from Sicario. Nicolas is he may be on a one-stopper, because we see the hearts of Ruthless Peach working really nice. He's only 1.3 seconds behind Manic, so the soft hearts can be a very good strategy, soft hard.
Definitely, yeah. I think medium hard is open as well.
Yeah,
for
obviously.
a one stop. Yeah, but yeah, we will see some two stoppers as well. I think today as well.
Probably someone who pitched really early was Lofty. Yeah, but Lofty has pitted once more because he spun around. Now let's see, Nicolas Boita is way off, and he gains 0.4 of a second on Traxxer, making the fastest lap as well.
He's right there, isn't he? He's gained so quickly. Nicolas Boita just waiting to unlock that pace, and because he's not been battling hard, when he's had to make a move, he's done it in one go. Whereas Truckster, as we know, spent 20 laps battling with Manic.
Yeah. The Mercedes of Nicolas Boita looks very steady, very calm. We'll see. Ooh, Traxxer having a moment out of the corner.
Yes, and they're bringing themselves towards Warren here as well, whose pace is dropping off. Now that T-Brown has passed Warren for second place, Warren's old soft tyres very much past their best and nearing the dreaded cliff.
Yeah, we're gonna see Nicolas decides to wait for another sector. He does want to have a very clean opportunity, a very clean
pass. Just so hard to stay close to a car through this final sector of the racetrack.
Yeah, it has really changed so much the way you apply the throttle and also you steer. Let's see Nicolas Boita.
Ooh, getting a little bit loose mid-corner. Nicolas Boita as the arrow is taken off the wing. Ruthless Peach behind as well, going for a move on Manic.
Yeah, and Nicolas Boita goes down the inside on Traxxer, and Traxxer has to back south as Ruthless Peach was way ahead of Manic going into the braking zone.
So great grip for Ruthless Peach on the exit of the final corner. Beautiful overtake, and up to P6. Started on the hard tyres.
Ooh, Traxxer lost the car mid-corner in turn 5. Where Verstappen and Sainz did today, and all these hard work, all these hard fights, and it's now down to P8, and Monty Paris is coming racy to him.
Absolutely. Well, a big shame for Truckster. He's looking on for a good result there. But, he's going to have to do a lot of work now to try and catch that back.
Yeah, I think it's time to get to the pit stop maybe, if he's going for a two-stopper. Obviously, Manic's tires and Truckster tires are really worked up from all the fights.
Yeah.
Let's see, Warren and Nicolas Boita.
Yeah, so he's now, half a second behind Warren. Remember, Nicolas Boita starting in 16th position, and on lap 22, 1/3 distance, is about to get on the provisional podium. There he goes. Nice, easy DRS pass.
Very good overtake, very easy. Nicolas Boita is now in P3, 2 seconds behind T-Brown, so T-Brown still is the first medium runner, followed closely by Nicolas Boita. Sicario still almost 20 seconds in the lead. T-Brown is not gaining and not losing.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that Sicario's pace has been so consistent throughout this soft stint. At no point has T-Brown started to catch him. Maybe just about now, maybe a tenth or so every mini sector, but it's really not very much, Leox. Sicario driving this whole stint expertly.
Yeah, Sicario started P8, is now up to P1. Tibran started P6, now up to P2. And Sicario decides to go into the pit. It's gonna be crucial, his choice. Let's see if he's gonna put a set of medium or a set of arts.
Well, why wouldn't you pit for hards now? I mean, you've got such a gap in hand. You know the safety car's not going to come out because of the racing rules here. But there's mediums.
Wow.
Still, I guess, you know, if he's gone 1/3 distance on soft tyres, he's got a good expectation that the mediums will go 2/3 distance. Or twice what the
It's going to be a close call, and Sicario rejoin just closely to Nicolas Boita. Nicolas Boita is just in front. Wow.
And rides the inside curb of turn 2, so Nicolas Boita may pick up a warning there for that.
Yeah, it would have been crucial for Sicario to stay ahead on a brand new set of mediums, because I think Nicolas is very much biggest competitor for this win. Also, Warren is very close on the softs and is desperately trying to have a DRS to hang on with his old softs. As well, and now Barks has catched up to Manic for P6.
Do you think Barks is modelling his helmet on
Race to Race, you mean?
Well, that's funny actually, because both Barks and Warren have got Lewis Hamilton F1 2022 reminiscent helmets here. Or maybe they're Lando Norris. I don't know.
I can see from my settings. Still very good helmet, both ways. Yeah, Nicolas Boita now can take the lead from Tibran. Tibran is
interesting that he's got better pace here than Sicario. Maybe Sicario is driving fairly calm to bring those tyres in gently, but Nicolas Boita looking faster right now.
Yeah, and Nicolas is trying to make a move on Tibran. Tibran doesn't have energy to play with, so on the next straight is going to be a sitting duck because Nicolas Boita is over 50%. We'll see Sicario is now closing in as well. He needs to stay with Nicolas Boita at this stage of the race. If he manages to stay in the DRS range, he can probably be safe for a race win.
So an interesting decision coming up then for Tibran, Nicolas Boita and everybody else on 23 lap old mediums. Which tyre do you go for? Because the softs won't go to the end, but the hards will be slow. So we'll see what kind of decision they make. I suppose it depends how deep into the race they get.
Yeah, I will stretch the mediums as much as I can when they have, still when still they have good pace, and then dive into the pit for a set of arts. I see no points in putting the softs. Maybe if you can go over 40 laps.
Yeah. I think they will see how the tyres feel over the next few laps.
Yeah, now Tibran still in front of Nicolas Boita. El Crane also lost connection in front, so maybe Tibran had DRS.
Screaming past Manic with DRS. Well, I say that, but Manic brakes very late, takes a long route round turn 1 and holds on.
Yeah, and now Sicario has El Crane in the way, and Nicolas Boita is trying to make a move around the outside of Tibran, and he does put the nose, and Tibran squeezed him really harshly, but I think it was Tibran cornered, so nothing to complain about.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you put yourself on the outside, you are likely to run out of track.
Yeah.
So, and you're also vulnerable to the car in front understeering into you.
Yeah, now
accident.
Sicario is really close to Nicolas Boita, but he's waiting.
Yeah, at this stage, Sicario doesn't need to get involved in an accident. He's not desperate here. If he can hold on to his ERS, he can treat his tyres gently. He'll be good for the end of the race. He knows the two cars in front have to pit at least one more time, so he can take it easy as long as he's not going to lose any more places to someone like Warren, who is on lap 25 now.
Wow. And it's Nicolas' moment now, because he goes down the inside, and Tibran is going to try to hold on, but he can't. And Nicolas Boita gets that 3-second time penalty you were talking about. It's the second time we see him going wide. in the first.
Well, that's pretty important for later on when Sicario comes back towards him. Barks has been freed from Manic, who finally pits, and Manic puts on hard tyres, so he's gone medium hard on lap 26, Leox, just to underline how hard he's been working those tyres.
Yep. And now we're gonna see what Warren decides to do. I think he may go for a sort of medium still, since the softs has done 25 laps, so I see the mediums do 40 laps.
But the problem is that the medium runners have got is that those 40 laps will be when the car is heaviest on full length race fuel, so it will be more difficult. Manic obviously deciding at this stage he can't get to that magic lap 40.
So let's see. Warren, he goes into the pits, so we're gonna see his choice. And Ruthless Peach gets P4 as well as Barks. Now goes P5 and overtakes his teammate. Let's see Warren in the pit. Let's enjoy a pit stop. We never do that. And he goes medium. So I think he's gonna try to go for a one-stopper. As Tibran is barely holding on with Nicholas. And Sicario doesn't seem to have a really insane pace at the moment.
No, he's saving his ERS. He's got about 90%, 90%, which Tibran is already derating, so he's clearly not got a lot left. Sicario just keeping his pace in check, managing to take this calmly as they lap Scaparo, I believe.
Yep.
That is.
Yep. Let's see. Tibran, he has his red light flashing, so he's below 10%. Going in this.
Truckster's found someone to attack again. He's now on the back of Barks, who uses the middle of the road entry into turn 9 and resists Truckster for the time being. They're on identical strategy as well.
So it's a battle for position, but let's stay on board with Sicario, who is very, very close to Tibran. Tibran has lost 2.5 seconds in one lap to Nicholas, and even if Sicario is a pit stop clear almost of Nicholas, it still doesn't have to lose that much time, and in fact it cleared Tibran in the very good zone. And Sicario Truckster tries to make a move around the outside of Barks, and he managed to.
Good move there. Well, good driving from both of them to avoid contact. So Barks trying to go the long way around the outside, couldn't make it work, and around turn 2, can't get the cutback. Oh, yeah, he does get the cutback, and he's attacking into turn 5 around the outside. There's good grip on the outside.
Wow!
Good work from Barks there.
Yeah,
hanging on.
Fantastic overtake from Barks, and he goes back into P5. It's not a net P5 because Warren and Manic has already pitted. Let's have a look. The sky is kind of dark.
We'll be watching Truckster for a bit here.
Yeah,
Truckster is the guy attacking another one on track.
Yeah,
the sky looking dark. You think we might be at risk of some weather?
Yeah, no one really wrote anything in the chat, but as William says, the sky is getting darker. Maybe that's why someone was trying to stretch their soft as much as they can. We'll see. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we don't have a weather radar, which would be great. As commentators, Barks derating down the straight. Truckster goes super wide again.
Very good defense.
Long route round, but Tibran is actually catching Sicario as well, and he's back under the DRS window temporarily.
Yeah, and Sicario is holding on with Nicolas Boita's pace, even if actually it would be. I would expect Sicario to gain on Nicolas.
Well, the thing is, Nicolas obviously has been at the forefront of the championship for some time. This seems to be a bit of an unusually good, positive race for Sicario. This seems to be a good track for him, whereas Nicolas Boita tends to have a little bit more pace all the way round, and of course he's had to move through all the traffic. It's not a huge surprise to me that they're on roughly equal pace, despite the different tyres, but we have to see what the rest of the race will bring. There is a yellow flag down into turn 1. It was Lofty.
Yep. let's see, Ruthless Page has now caught Nick T. Brown. And Ruthless Page is on a sweet spot if it starts raining in the next few laps, because he hasn't pitted yet. He has hards on, but seeing Barks and Truckster pits. Ooh, Truckster 5-second time penalty for spinning in the pit lane. That's not a very smart thing.
Oh, that's a shame. Ruthless Page again continuing his move up the field has now caught T-Brand.
Wow. Truckster
Just
putting
reading the
softs.
driver chat pre-race, Leox, and Scaparo thought he wasn't going to get in the lobby. He lost his network the couple of minutes before the race started, so he's grateful to be here, I think, at this point.
Yeah, probably.
So very early pit stops, Leox, for the medium starters. They're all coming in. That means hard tyres are the default setting. Manic, we know, already did it, but Barks and Marty Perez. But Truckster went on to softs.
Very interesting strategies. Obviously going for a two-stopper, medium, soft.
Yeah.
William suggesting a one-stopper for Truckster, 36 lap on the softs. Yeah, I don't see that coming.
Yeah, that does sound a little bit odd.
Yeah. I'll send you my PS4 if he does it, and score some points, obviously. I might regret that. Truckster around the outside of Barks. Let's see. Truckster goes a little bit off track. And he gets the place over the McLaren. Ruthless Page is closing in on T-Brand.
Absolutely, yeah, and he'll have the chance down here, the little straight between turns 8 and 9 coming up. This is turn 5 at the moment. Kind of a Suzuka-like hairpin, downhill braking.
Sir Ebo is stopped on track.
He was just he was just mowing the lawn just to get out of people's way on the inside of the circuit, but you don't want to be doing that really, because that will trigger you to get a huge penalty.
Yeah, it's very, very risky. Let's say like that. Barks trying to hang on with Truckster pace, but obviously Truckster is on brand new set of softs, so it's really, really hard. Ruthless Page is actually attacking T-Brand. Let's see if he has enough
strategies
pace
here
to
play.
Ruthless Page needs to decide in the next few laps what his strategy is going to be. If a medium hard or a medium softs. In the meantime, he gets on the podium places.
Yeah, it's been a great run so far for Ruthless Page. Most everybody else around him will also be pitting once more, apart from Sicario. So he's on for a good one. His main rival here is going to be Warren, who should be pitted to the end, but is 23 seconds back. So as long as Ruthless Page can monitor the gap to Warren, I think he'll be on for a podium here.
Yep, as Truckster goes fastest with his brand new set of softs, and he's now in P7, really, really close to Manic. What a surprise.
Willian says the sun is back, so yeah. I don't see a dramatic difference on my screen, but it certainly seems to be
a little
fairly
bit
sunny.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, Truckster. He does have a much easier job now.
He's found Manic.
And he's going down the inside already at the very first opportunity, and he gets P6 Manic, almost letting him through as good old friends.
That was very easy, but for obvious reasons on the tyres there.
Yeah, there is a very big gap between the two tyres.
T-Brown catching with DRS on Ruthless Page once again, although Ruthless Page hanging on here doesn't make a defence.
T-Brown is staying with Ruthless Page, even if he has a 32 laps old medium. So very impressive from the Alpine.
Yeah,
Both
so
Alpines.
Nicholas Boyter currently is riding 15 places higher than he started. Ruthless Page at 11 and Sicario at 6. But things will change a little bit in that top 3 after this pit stops. We've got another yellow flag temporarily
In sector
in the
trail.
Alphas, I think.
Yeah, everything's clear. Now,
on the penalty count back, we've got 3 seconds for Nicholas Boiter at the front of the field, as well as Barks, Monty Peretz, Lofty. Saribo has 13 seconds, Matnik 9, and Truckster 8, 5 of which I imagine will be paid off at the next pit stop if he has to make one.
I think he definitely has to make one. Sir Ibo P13 with 13 seconds worth of penalty. So
I'm pretty sure NXQ had that before his DNF. So.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Sicario is gaining a little bit now on Nicholas Boita because obviously his mediums are getting very is losing grip every lap. Obviously he's feeling more than Sicario is because the mediums of the Aston Martin are still in a very good working range.
So we missed the halfway point, but
yep.
We are past it. Nicholas Boiter halfway in, up from 16th on the grid. It's 2.2 seconds ahead of Sicario, but still to make a pit stop. Rithus Peach 3 seconds back further, and then Tibran, F1 Racing Warren 23 seconds away from Tibran, although Tibran picks up a penalty, so make that 20 seconds. Then Truckster, Manic, Barks, Motti Peretz, Lofty, Scaparo, Elkrin and Saribo are the survivors so far.
Yeah, in the top 4, 3 are yet to stop, and Sicario is looking a little bit tight on his strategy. So it's gonna be a really interesting time when the the 3 guys in the top 4 decides to pit.
It is, and how quickly they catch Sicario. Back again. We'll monitor the gaps though. Again, Sicario not taking too much out of the tyres, having a nice 2.5 second gap in front and a 2.5-3 second gap behind. So a nice place to be if you can keep that gap running.
Yep. Let's see now. Trackster is gonna close in on Warren. Obviously, he's the fastest man on track at the moment. Without that spin, he would probably be in very much higher on the road, probably fighting, maybe not with Tibran, but surely between Tibran and Warren, because he lost around 10 to 15 seconds. As Saribo goes into the pit after a stint on the softs, decides to go to the end with a hard compound tire.
It's a fairly short stint on the softs from Saribo as well. I think it was 9 or 10 laps.
Yeah, around 10, as Lofty now is going into the pit as well after a brief yellow flag. He probably lost a little bit of front wing and also lost the check for the speed limiter, and it picks up a 5-second time penalty.
Just riding with Truckster, who's not pushing very hard at the moment on these softs. I think he might be a charge lap. Certainly seem a big lift through turn 9. Still plenty of fuel on the car, so I imagine the momentum going into turn 9 needs checking a little bit, but there are times you can almost run flat through turn 9 if you've got your setup just right. So it's a long way off maximum performance at the moment for Truckster.
Yeah, you need a lot of downforce also in qualifying. It's a very tricky corner. If you pick too much curb on the inside, you might find yourself in the wall.
It's one of those really tricky corners, almost a blind entry and a blind exit. So it's a faith corner, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. As now Tibran approaches it, and he has a look on the back of Ruthless Peach's car, but it's obviously his mediums are aging a little bit worse than Ruthless Peach are.
Truckster is catching Warren pretty quickly here. He's almost in DRS range, so this soft stint working for him at the moment. He's obviously got the better pace, and he can split the race in 2 before putting split what's left of the race in 2 before putting another set of softs on. I think I'd rather not have as many pit stops, but obviously he feels like going aggressive today.
Yeah, he does want to have fun. on brand new set of salts and put some fastest laps in. Is now in overtake zone with Warren. Let's see if he's gonna defend. He does have a lot of energy, but he's not using it at the moment. Chuckster, have a look at the inside. Warren stays on the racing line, and Chuckster decides to sit behind for another lap.
Sicario has only one warning at the moment, so he's got a little bit of margin to work with.
Let's see, Nicolas Boita. He does have a penalty and 2 warnings already, so not so much over half race, so he might get to 6 seconds in the next few laps. And just from Chuckster,
right there now.
Yeah.
Heads into turn 9, right on the back of Warren's McLaren.
Warren doesn't go defensive.
Be able to see the tyres difference, but yeah, no way through at the moment.
Yeah, Chuckster, I think, scares off Warren going to braking zone. But Warren still holds to P5. Chuckster wants to wait for a very clean, safe opportunity going into turn 1. Is following Warren, preparing the best line for the overtake, and now it's the time for the Alpine. He lost a little bit of time sitting behind Wunder this lap, but it's a really big gap to his teammate in front, and I think he has to watch behind since he's yet to pit.
Yeah, I mean, there's now there's definitely a pit stop between himself and his teammate. But of course, other people can make similar mistakes that Truggster made earlier on, so the race is by no means run and done. We were hoping, Leox, for a closer battle at the front than we usually get, and we're definitely getting that, as Barks has now caught Manic as well.
Yeah, for the second time this race. Oh, yellow flag. I think it's Lofty once more. Yep. So Barks has caught Manic for another time. They are on the same strategy. Barks has 4 laps fresher hards. I don't think you can really see the difference with the hards.
You won't feel that, will you, if you're driving the hard tyre? They're very, very similar, so yeah, you're absolutely right to call it the same strategy. Oh, wow, Manic clattering the curb on the way through turn 13. Turn 11.
Yeah, Chuckster fastest lap with the help of DRS at the start of his lap, and is going 1:20.2. And now Barks has DRS, but Manic goes really defensive, even if Barks is quite far away.
Barks has also got no ERS here,
yeah.
So
but he's closing in very quickly.
Final corner. He is, and he's going to really regret having spent that ERS. Because if Manic has got enough to fight with here, then Barks is going to have real trouble staying on board, staying with him. He's got less than 10%, and Manic has got 73%
wow.
ERS.
Yeah, Manic can play with the ERS more than Barks can. Even because actually Barks is using every time he gets on the traction, on the power after a corner.
See if he can stay any closer through the final sector here. So easy to lose the aero through that terrible chicane. I thought it was funny that the podium that they've built at the track is modelled on the old track layout and doesn't have this final chicane in it. So
yeah, maybe they need to to change that also on the true layout of the circuit. And now Barks has a sweet turn at the last corner. Great traction, great straight line speed, and with the help of DRS he goes P7.
Great stuff from Barks. So he will now look to get closer to his teammate, who's on a different strategy, but they're both, I think, pitted to the end of this race. Nicholas Boita, his gap to Sicario now 5.9 seconds. And that has opened up a bit, Leox, but still waiting for that first pit stop from Nicholas Boita.
Yep. Nicholas is definitely trying a medium soft at this stage of the race. Actually, he could go in the pit in the very next few laps. I think the mediums have done what they had to, and I think we are in the pit stop range to go on to the softs.
Interesting that Willian is asking about the fastest lap. So I think his brother might have asked him the question on that one.
Yeah, probably. Just to be sure, let me
softs, and how fast do I need to go once I've come out of his?
Let me double check. Yeah, it's at 20.2. And Nicola is done at 20.9. I don't think in this lap, otherwise would be very impressive.
Yeah.
So let's stay.
Though, Nicholas Boita will presumably come out of the pits some, I guess, 18, maybe 16
less.
seconds behind Sicario.
Yeah.
And he will then have about 23 or 4 laps to reel him in on much better tyres. So that is definitely going to be really exciting towards the end of this race.
I think he's going to gain a couple of seconds in the very first laps on the softs. Maybe 5 seconds in the first 3, something like that. And then it's going to build the pace towards the end of the race. Yeah, we'll see.
So it's interesting. Ruthless Pige is now able to see the back of Sicario. Don't imagine Sicario's tyres are going off yet, but Ruthless Pige, obviously the hard tyres are just going to run and run and run very consistently. And I wonder if that is really feeding into the good performance here from Ruthless Pige, just not having to worry about the tyres in the slightest.
Yeah, there was people saying the horse gets better the older they get. So I think you kind of get in the zone with the horse and you keep driving and driving.
William says that Nicholas's time was set on lap 39 with DRS. So 39 laps. That is impressive. Sure.
Yeah, 7 tenths shy of the fastest lap as Nicholas goes into the pit and is careful not to get a penalty. And let's stay in the pit with Nicholas. 2.6 as always, as Nicholas now rejoined the track. Behind T-Brown and in front of Traxxer surely. So he's in cleaner. Ruthless Pige is on in DRS range from Sicario and he's pushing, but I think Ruthless Pige has to pit this lap, otherwise.
So you see, Ruthless Pige could well do the favours here for Nicholas Boita. If he can start distracting Sicario here in his mirrors, that's going to slow him down, and that's everything that Nicholas Boita needs.
Oh, Manic is closing back on Barks.
It's going to feel so good to Ruthless Pige to be like driving a different formula, to have gone from old hard tyres onto brand new softs.
Yeah, with a much lighter car, so I think Ruthless Pige is not waiting any longer and is going into the pit this lap. You can easily do 23 laps on the softs at this stage of the race. We see we're in the
I'm not sure he needs to. I think he should stay out. And
really?
He does at this stage, but I think he should stay out and just have a really, really hell for leather last 15 laps.
Wow, Ruthless Pige.
Because he's catching Sicario, and here he goes.
Ruthless Pige is
within DRS now.
He's doing 20.9 this lap.
Yeah.
On a 43 old hard. Sorry. Unless I'm bored with.
He's got nothing to lose, and he's got good pace right now. And while he's got the DRS, why not make use of that extra pace?
Yeah, but he's losing so much time to Nicholas on his.
I think he's never going to battle with Nicholas today. I think
Nicholas has
almost
6. Oh, Nicholas! He's in the wall, and he lost it.
What?
And he's DNF. That's so heartbreaking.
No way.
I think
No way.
the well disconnected from my point of view. I think that was a well disconnection, and now Nicolas Boita was almost clinching the constructor championship. He's now out of the race on the infamous turn 5 we see today. Amazing stuff. And now Sicario is probably the guy to look for. Also, Ruthless Peach. Ruthless Peach has to go into the pit, in my opinion. Yeah, Ruthless Peach has to go into the pit. Wow. You are speechless, Bebo.
Well, that is, Willian says wheel disconnected. So
Yeah.
that's what happened. Went straight on. Something disconnected for sure.
Yeah.
Went straight on. Very similar to Felipe Massa when he was hit by the spring. Just exits straight into the wall. Nothing you can do about it. But mechanicals happen in virtual racing. It has to be said. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
No, surely. And now it's a two-way battle because Truckster is yet to pit and Tibran has just pitted, so he might gain some time over Ruthless Peach. So the AlphaTauri has to
the only
cover.
thing that he needs to watch out for with this page is the gap to Tibran. But
You
while
don't-
he's got DRS, there's nothing to lose being stuck behind Sicario here.
You don't see Ruthless Peach catching back to Sicario in the last laps.
No. Frankly, I don't. I think that Ruthless Peach, if he stays with Sicario here, maybe put some pressure on. Those are good things, but I think he's fighting here for P2 or P3.
I was hoping to see a battle for the lead. Actually, I think Ruthless Peach has raw pace, and with the help of a brand new set of softs, he might have the possibility. I think he's trying to do an album to pit on the very
it's
last
certainly
lap.
possible. It's
Yeah.
certainly possible, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Sicario just feels to me like he's
He's in control.
driving within himself, and he's
Yeah.
building the speed towards the end of his stints. That's my feeling.
Yeah, even when Nicolas Boita put a decent gap of 6 seconds, where with a pit stop he might have had the possibility to catch to Sicario. He still kept his nerve and stick to his rhythm.
Barks passing Manic. So Manic loses a place once again. I thought Barks had passed Manic
Yeah.
already. I think
Yeah,
he did,
exactly.
didn't he? But how has he got back past it?
we
Past him, I
probably lost it.
completely missed that exchange.
Yeah.
Well, either Barks
Ooh,
had a
Traxxer
problem,
is round.
or Manic did it.
Traxxer is round
The
after his
second
pit
time
stop.
tonight. And it was after the previous pit stop he had an error. So
Yeah.
something about these new soft tyres, when they're cold, Truckster just can't handle it.
Yeah, and now Traxxer is down to P7. He does have all his front wing, but he also has 14 seconds to Manic to recover. As Ruthless Peach is still in the DRS range, I
Yeah.
don't understand why he's not pitting for softs. I mean, the pace he's doing at this stage of the race can't be any better than the pace he does with the softs at the very last laps. I get the hards can last any how many laps every. Sorry.
But I guess while he feels like his pace is good and strong, and he's not losing to T-Brand,
Yeah, let's see.
see
Sicario
what
is, I think
that
he's
looks like.
is very in control every lap that passes. And also Ruthless Peach is safe from T-Brand at the moment. 30 seconds are way too much, and Ruthless Peach still doesn't pit. I'm gonna be raging at him
But look
in the
at
driver
that.
chat.
So Ruthless Peach has
Woo.
just set his fastest sector,
And he's going for
about
the
to take
lead.
He just set his personal best lap on 47 laps into his hard run.
Wow.
Tell you what, if he has got more pace than Sicario right now, that's incredible stuff.
Yeah, and he does, because he just got past him. Just remember, Ruthless Peach, he's yet to pit, so he can't finish the race on these hards, which is a shame.
What's interesting as well is that we haven't seen the mediums run the distance yet that Sicario wants to get out of them. So, is it a possibility that Sicario might pit again?
I don't see that coming. I mean, he has to do 42 laps. We saw Nicolas Boita do 40, so
yeah,
at the start of the race. So obviously he's gonna fail these last 5 laps on the softs, on the medium, sorry. And I think now it's time for Ruthless Peach to pit. No, it's not. It's not. Obviously, you got ahead. You know.
Keep going, Leox. You'll get it right. One of these laps too soon, you will get it right. I think he's listening, and I think he's waiting for you to say, right, he's not going to come in this time.
I'm going to stop from now on. I'm going to stop.
Oh, but you're so close to getting it right.
Okay, right. I'm going to continue.
As we say in England, a broken watch is still right twice a day.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have a look at the penalties situation, don't we? Tibran 3-second time penalty, as well as Barks, and so the battle between Barks and Chuck. Actually, Chuck's is 12 seconds away from Barks, so but Chuck's is on a set of softs, right? Yep. So he might gain some time over Barks, but still has to create a 3-second time gap. Then we have Moti Perez on 6, and Manek is very, very close, so let's jump on board with him.
Just pitted again, Manek, so he's on softs to the end now.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna clear Moti Perez and create a 3-second gap. And then we have Lofty with 14 seconds, and Cerebo has 26 seconds worth of penalty and is sitting in
He's
pit.
getting close to a disqualification now.
Yeah.
For that many. I have seen it happen, but usually on 50% races at this level, so maybe it's twice as many as Manek. Down the inside. Well,
where is Manek?
That was a bit of a shock. That was a great late braking from Moti Perez. They rubbed wheels on the way through turn 3, but Manek just got past. I thought Manek was nailed on to get that place, but he broke quite early, and Moti Perez very, very late.
Yeah.
Still made the corner.
I'll tell you what, Vabo, I forgot to say this was the time for the speech to pit, and still he didn't pit. So.
Well, that's okay. Your percentage is improving then. If you miss a couple, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna stay on board with Ruthless Peach, going through the first sector, and probably the last time on the hard compound. We'll see about that. Yellow flag is sector 3. It's not Ruthless Peach. Ooh, Trackster 20.0.
And round goes Moti Perez, unfortunately. He has just spun on my screen.
Yeah, and let's see, Ruthless Peach going into the pit lane, and that's...
he didn't get it right!
Yeah. That's it. First attempt. And Sicario goes back into the lead of the race. He has 15 laps to do on this medium. Ruthless Peach has done 50 laps. That's why he was waiting. He wanted to do 50 laps on the hards, and then go for a brand new set of softs.
So Moti Perez was spinning on 19 lap old hards. That's quite unusual. They're not new, they're not old, they're not worn. I'm not quite sure what that was about.
He was probably pushing a little bit too hard to stay with Manek.
Yeah, true.
Let's see, Ruthless Peach pace. He has 20 seconds to get in 15 laps. Maybe if he had pitted earlier, it would have been able to catch him.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to worry about tyre degradation now. At that distance, I think he'll start catching, and Sicario's pace will only get slower.
Yeah. Let's see Ruthless Peach pace.
Well, that's quite quick already.
Yeah.
That's over half a second he's gained.
He does need to gain as much as he can in the first few laps. He doesn't have to burn the softs, actually. But still, 20 seconds in 14 laps. It's quite a challenge. Let's stay on board with Ruthless Page
for this lap as well.
Yeah.
We'll ride with him and see if he turns this into
a fastest lap attempt. Wow. Let's see Ruthless Page going to sector 1. Braking at 50 meter board. Very good line to the first straight corner. So much traction.
Out through turn 4. Brilliant. Yeah. Sorry, through turn 3. Brilliant stuff.
Only minus 3,000. And now he has Monty Perez to lap up.
Yeah, he'll get a nice handy bit of DRS down the back straight as well, thanks to Monty Perez's car, who peels off just before the detection zone. Couldn't be sweeter for Ruthless Page in this attempt here.
Let's see the second sector. Only 2 tests down. Up, oh sorry.
Yeah, but he'll make use of the soft tyres through the final sector, and the power out of the final corner should gain quite a lot versus the hards in this Monaco-like sector of the racetrack.
Yeah, it's not using any ERS, and it's not gaining really that much on Sicario, so let's see, crossing the line. It's just about the fastest lap. The first man going below the 120.0 and the 190.9.
The first of which was his outlap. He has gained 2 seconds on Sicario's time there.
Yeah, it's not enough. Let's see, Sicario last lap. Let's see. Sicario with 2 warnings actually has done a 20.9 last lap, so he gained just a second. So a second every lap. It's still not enough. Nicholas Boyd, a cry emoji in the chat. We feel you.
We were crying too, Nicholas, because until Ruthless Page started unlocking this pace, we thought that was the race run for the lead.
Actually, the Ruthless Page has a very clear chance, if you put it earlier. Yeah, I'm stuck with that. I'm stuck.
That is your story, and you will not be convinced otherwise.
Yeah. Let's see, Ruthless Page, not the fastest lap.
Yeah, faster still, but not a huge dent on Sicario's previous lap there, who may be again trying to build the speed. Nicholas Boyd says he sent the clip in the Discord, but I would imagine that's just a clip of somebody going straight.
Yeah, exactly. I was on board with him. It was really sad to watch. Yellow flag, I think it's one of the Williams. No, actually, it was one of the Alpine, so probably Traxxer. Yeah. It's now P6. Ruthless Page.
Ruthless Page just had a spin.
Yeah. Lost so much time.
Just been pushing too hard, and that should be. I think that might be Sicario now breathing easier.
Yeah. 21 seconds. So I think Ruthless Page, it's okay with second place and fastest lap, so still 10 points. Let's have a look
and of course he should have pitted earlier.
Obviously. Obviously. It wouldn't have that spin. It would have had that spin. Let's have a look at the standings, because Mercedes is 52 points clear of Red Bull, and by being so, we can crown him already Constructor Championship, because there are no Red Bull in game for points, as well as Mercedes, but they don't need them. So Mercedes are both driver and Constructor Championship. Well done to Nicholas Boyd.
It's not your day either. After we talked earlier in the coverage before we went online, you were talking to me about another sporting day event. I don't think it's your day at the moment, Leox, unfortunately.
Yeah. No one listened to me in this ruthless speech. Yeah, very, very sad day. But
I will say no more in case someone is waiting to see a result after the race.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard talk with Ruthless Peach. Joking, obviously.
Barks is within range on his teammate. Now, he's caught to his teammate really well. I remember he was a long way back from Warren, so been putting in the laps, putting in the times on these hard tyres, and it's working really well with 10 laps to go now.
He has 6 seconds worth of penalty, but Warren has... Actually, Warren has only one warning. He's in 56 lap... 56 lap in. To only get one warning is really, really impressive. Let's see if Barks in 10 laps can manage to overtake Warren and also build a 6 seconds gap. Warren has DRS on this lap, so it's not gonna be his chance.
Here comes Barks then on Warren.
He's using
a double toe as well as they pass one of the Alfa Romeos, but that means that Warren has got the DRS in front.
I think Warren didn't.
Close.
Warren didn't mean to brake check Barks. I think it was just let him go, but
great reactions. And if Barks was ever worrying about falling asleep there, he's certainly woken up.
Yeah, he lost 10 years, obviously, with that maneuver. Still looking young, Barks.
What a creep. What a creep.
I have no idea how, what does it mean, but I can imagine. Ruthless Peach, 18.8, suddenly waking up.
Yeah, well, he's trying, isn't he? He's trying to make a run of this.
Yeah.
Never give up. That's the idea. But he's made up so many places. I'm sure he'd be very happy with second place at the end of this race. But he's trying very hard, and we like him for that.
Yeah, and he's also having some fun with the fastest lap. There's always someone having some fun at the very last lap. Let's have also a look at the driver standings. Let's see how these standings affect how this race affect the standings. So Sicario will gain 10 points and overtake Thragster, and Barks probably Barks no, because he's also gaining a very big chunk of points. And Ruthless Peach will move past Dershark and also getting closer to Nicolas Boita for the final race of the championship that will be next week.
So hopefully we will have plenty of battles to talk about through the field, even if Simapez comes back.
Yep, we'll see. Next race will be held, let's have a look, at Brazil. So,
and I understand it, Leox. It seems to be that you and I choose the venue for the World Cup as well.
Really?
That's what it seems to be from what Bark said earlier this week. Yeah,
I'm in love with her.
The problem is you and I have now got to agree.
Yeah.
So. Monaco, I think it would be, right?
I was thinking Monaco just to see suffer these guys, but we have to commentate on that. So
that's true.
So no Monaco for me.
No,
it's a no-go.
Where hardly anybody scores points, that won't work out very well, will it?
Yeah, we need a track where there is a good show, but also it's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or when people have accidents, it's not terminal.
So no Baku, you're saying?
Maybe, yeah, and also Monza as well. Monza's pretty bad for that.
It is.
I think so. I think yeah, very few drivers finish races when I'm commentating over Monza.
I think Silverstone might be a good option.
No, that's a good shout.
You know, it's pretty nice, don't you?
Yes. Certainly one corner of it I know incredibly well, yeah.
Yeah, the last one or the first? Oh no, actually the Stowe.
It was Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, all right.
But with the national loop where Beckett's becomes a hairpin. Yeah.
Oh, okay. For anyone wondering, our Webbo did a live. It wasn't a proper commentary or. Describe
it was trackside commentary for a track day championship. 10 different series in one weekend. So it was really hard to learn everybody, all the drivers and liveries and different cars and everything. It was, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can only imagine. As now Warren follow Barks, it seems like a McLaren parade at this stage.
Definitely. Yeah.
As Ruthless Page has put down some times, really nice, 4 seconds in the last couple of laps. 7 laps to go.
If only he'd pitted earlier.
Yeah. Biting my hands now.
Warren looks like he's... I was just going to say Warren's going to beat Barks on penalty countback, but he spins. He spins coming out of turn 9. He gets overtaken by Trugster. Warren slipping back, and now Barks able to breathe a little bit easier.
Wow, I thought you were shouting because I saw Ruthless Page going into the gravel, but then he just compared back on the track, so...
Oh wow, okay.
It really timed well.
And Warren is still struggling to get those tyres under control. I wonder if this triggers a pit stop now. He's going to carry on. 6 to go now. 6 to go on our Spanish Grand Prix.
Yeah, he has a 40-second gap on Manic, but Trackster has 9 seconds of penalty, so Warren is comfortably in the gap. He
should still get a 4-5 for McLaren, but the wrong way round for Warren's intentions a few moments ago.
Yeah. Also, Trackster is on a 13 olds soft, so he might have a look at Barks. Don't you think?
On 13 laps soft, maybe.
Barks is on hards, which it's a very durable compound, but it's also quite a slow one. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's working okay for Barks right now, but yeah, Trugster is catching, just not super fast, and he's going to need half a second a lap at the moment.
Yeah, just to clarify, the top 6 hasn't been lapped, so Sicario has done a fantastic job today, lapping half of the field, running, and almost leading every lap. So
yeah, he had that stint in the middle where he had to sit behind slower cars yet to pit, but yeah, certainly a good percentage of these laps he's been out there in front. Right from lap 1 and 2, he got himself up to the lead of the race.
Yeah, he had a moment in turn 9 with an XQK on lap 1, and then he managed to get through and to start his rhythm, his armor time in the Aston Martin.
Yeah. So for the first time, I think Ruthless Page gap to Sicario is going to be below 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It is going to be too little, too late, I fear, unless Sicario has a problem at the end of this race. And plenty of drivers have had problems tonight. So
I have to say, Sicario is losing so much time in this last part of the race. Let's have a look at his last few laps. He has done low 21s, while Ruthless Page has done mid 19s. So it's
maybe
almost...
Sicario just pacing himself to the end. He hasn't had a huge amount of traffic one after the other as he just passes El Crin, I think that was.
I have to say, Ruthless Page is almost gaining 2 seconds per lap to Sicario, and there are 4.5 laps to go, so if Sicario picks up a penalty, it's far from over. And Ruthless Page has just done a purple middle sector. I wonder if without that spin and if it pitted earlier. Yeah,
I can only apologise to Ruthless Peach if he listens to this.
Yeah, me too. But not too much.
No, because it's his fault. Because he didn't stop early enough. Yeah. Okay. No, Sicario taking it pretty easy here. No dramas. I think he's bringing the car home gradually and keeping an eye on the gap. I think he's holding on to what he can for the end of the race. Oh, he's not holding on to much battery. Maybe. Is it possible he underfueled?
Seems kind of stretched, but we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, there's no need to underfuel in the UKSAs.com races because you're not going to you're not going to have the opportunity to go easy under safety cars.
Yeah, exactly. As now, just to inform you, Manchester City won the league, so.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. That it's not your day as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, everything's going down.
So
I still have
Ferrari and Leclerc have a bad day.
Sainz doing awful.
Something.
Yeah. Something and doing it awful.
What is going on with Sainz? What is going on with him?
It's not the one we knew. The one who was really consistent.
So Truckster has now caught Barks. He is under a second behind Barks here, with just a couple of laps to go. Ruthless Peach is 7.1 back from Sicario.
Last time with Truckster then.
Locking up into turn 9, wow.
Yeah, he's trying everything. He needs to overtake Barks and create a 3-second gap in 2 laps. If you manage to overtake him now, we're gonna be really, really hard. So Rainbow, it's trying to get disqualified.
He's not gonna care, is he? Truckster's not gonna care. He just wants to get that 4th place on the road.
Yeah, it's not 1 point that change your life, but still, if you manage to do that.
Oh, we have Williams stopped at the exit of turn 2.
So 2.5 laps to go, and the gap.
It was Cerebo again, unfortunately. So, how far back will Cerebo finish? Will it be?
It's 2 laps down.
Well, yeah, plus the penalties he's gathered. Sure. So 32 seconds, yeah, it definitely is more that you're allowed to get in a 100% race than in a 50% race.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't watched a 50% race in a while.
Is that right? Wow, that's all I do most of the time. This is the only 100% race. Here comes Truckster then. Oof, I thought he was going to dive bomb.
Yeah. He's waiting for the last lap drama.
The last one, yeah.
Actually, this is lap 64 for them. So still 2 laps to go for Barks and Truckster.
Oh, that's true. That's true, of course, yep. Sicario so far ahead.
Let's see Truckster with DRS energy on. Barks doesn't have enough energy to play with. He goes defensive, but Truckster with the better tires gets P4. Yeah.
Easily done. Barks doesn't need to lose time against Truckster here. He just needs to stay with him.
3 seconds.
That's more than achievable.
Yeah, and I think we can stay on board with Sicario. We're starting his last lap. He's 5.5 seconds clear.
But he has no ERS. No ERS left to play with to try and steal that final point either. Going to do the favours to, I think, Warren here by making him do one less laps.
We'll see.
Was it last race where Simapez overtook somebody to lap them and then slowed to the line and made them do another lap?
Yeah, it was Zabijaga.
Lofty on the final lap of the race is out. Lofty out from P9 on the exit of the final corner.
Wow, that's
and
heartbreaking.
that is heartbreaking. He was on for points as well, Leox.
Yeah, if he only had crossed the line, maybe. Actually, no. Really, really sad.
I'm pretty sure he'll still get classified, but I don't think he gets points.
No, he's gonna be P11.
Yeah.
If El Crane managed to finish in front of him. And let's see Sicario going through the last corner. Ruthless Peach has brought down the gap to 4 seconds at the very end, but it's not enough because the Aston Martin wins his first race of the season, and Sicario wins at a very, very interesting race, and Ruthless Peach following on the podium. And now Thibran, who has just started the third sector, is gonna get the podium. A very good day for Alpine in the Constructor Championship, P3 and P4.
Sure.
Trackster managed to get P4 after 3 spins.
Well, hold the phone because I think that Barks is going to be close enough to split the Alpines, but still, it's very good
right.
day.
Right. Let's see, 2 seconds now. 2.1, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.7. Wow, that's really, really close.
Barks has to know what his target is here.
2.9.
He's got semi-RS for the final run out of the final corner. He's got a little bit more.
Oh,
Perhaps
it's over
than
3.
Truckster.
It's over 3. Let's see.
It's not. It's under. Surely.
Oh, that's so close.
29 hundredths of a second preventing Barks from getting into 4th place. Wow, what a close finish.
Oh, I loved he got a point in P10.
Oh, nice.
Nicely done. So a 3-4-4 Alpine, a very dramatic end with a very difficult last sector for Barks. And I think Ruthless Peach. Actually, no, Ruthless Peach is not my driver of the day.
Well, he's my driver of the day, and he's Anthony Davidson's driver of the day. So
yeah,
there you go.
who care about that? That's the podium celebration. Fantastic effort. Now to see a Red Bull or a Mercedes on the top step of the podium. My driver of the day, actually, I have to say it's Ruthless Peach. Yeah, fantastic race from him. Very, very nice.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Barks because he's Barks.
If he would have got P4, maybe. Yeah. Actually,
okay, sure.
Very good race. That's the end of round 9. Sicario win. Ruthless Peach and Thibran joining on the podium. Trackster, Barks, Warren, Manic, Muddy Paris, Capara and Lofty in the points. El Crane and Sir Ebo completing the race, while Nicholas Boita, Heisenberg, NXQK, Dershak and Pat DNF in the course of the race. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you so much, Webo.
You're welcome. It's been fun as always.
And I'll catch you next week for round 10 of the UKSS.com Beth Racing League.